Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Have you ever noticed how life has a way of balancing the scales? What some call karma is not just an abstract idea. It's a universal law in action, and those who've wronged you are starting to experience it firsthand. For every harmful action, every ounce of negativity sent your way, there's an inevitable return, just like a boomerang. Today, we're diving into the idea that spiritual justice is real, and there's no escaping it. Those who dared to target you, whether out of envy, spite, or malice, are now beginning to face the consequences of their actions. But here's the important thing. This isn't about wishing harm on others. It's not about celebrating anyone's downfall. No, it's about understanding that the energy people send out into the world always circles back to them. And for you, the chosen ones, this truth is playing out in front of your very eyes. So, sit back, relax, and let's explore how the universe keeps things balanced and why your resilience, grace, and inner strength are key to your spiritual journey. Karma and the boomerang effect. You've probably heard the phrase, "What goes around, comes around." It's an everyday way of describing karma, and it's especially true for those of you who've faced hardships and negativity from people in your life. Maybe you've been on the receiving end of deception, backstabbing, or harmful gossip. Perhaps someone tried to block your path, throw obstacles in your way, or diminish your light. For a long time, it might have seemed like they were getting away with it, right? But the universe doesn't operate that way. You see, the universe is built on balance. Every action, good or bad, creates a ripple that eventually returns to its source. Those who have treated you unfairly are now being hit by the same energy they once projected onto you. It's like a spiritual boomerang. What they threw at you has circled back. Only now it's multiplied, gaining force as it returns. The beauty of this universal law is that it doesn't require you to do anything. You don't have to seek revenge or try to even the score. The universe takes care of that for you. The energy of negativity, deceit, and harm cannot exist in harmony for long without tipping the scales. And now, the scales are tipping back in your favor. Those who once celebrated your hardships are beginning to feel the weight of their own actions, and the consequences are not something they can escape. The hidden power of karma, a lesson in balance. Think about this. Every time someone targeted you, lied to you, or tried to harm you, they were unknowingly planting seeds. These weren't seeds of love, compassion, or kindness. They were seeds of envy, anger, and negativity. And here's the thing about seeds. They grow. The seeds your enemies planted have taken root, and now they're dealing with the full-grown consequences of their actions. It's a law as old as time. Energy cannot be destroyed, only transferred. So, all the negative energy they put into the world to bring you down is now coming back to them in ways they didn't expect. They thought they could manipulate the situation, pull the strings, and walk away scot-free. But karma has a way of reminding us all that nothing goes unnoticed. The energy they've put out is returning, and it's not going to be pretty. This isn't about revenge or watching others suffer. Instead, it's a lesson in balance. When you stay true to yourself, maintain your integrity, and refuse to lower your vibration to match theirs, you automatically align yourself with the higher universal laws. The more you rise above, the more they fall into the traps of their own making. The light that threatened their darkness. If you've been wondering why certain people targeted you in the first place, you're not alone. It's easy to question why you, as someone who means well and tries to live in alignment, have to deal with such negativity. The answer lies in your light. As a chosen one, your light shines brightly, And sometimes, that light can be unsettling to others, especially to those who are operating from a place of darkness. When someone's life is clouded by jealousy, resentment, or insecurity, they're often threatened by the success and joy they see in others. And because your light reminds them of the things they haven't resolved within themselves, they may lash out. But here's the good news. Their attempts to bring you down only serve to strengthen you. Every challenge they throw your way, every time they try to dim your light, you grow stronger. Why? Because you're operating from a place of divine protection. You're shielded by forces they can't comprehend, and no matter how hard they try, they can't touch your spirit. While they are trapped in cycles of envy and malice, you're rising higher. They thought they could block your progress, but all they did was accelerate your spiritual growth. And now, as they face the consequences of their actions, you stand tall, unaffected, and even more connected to your purpose. Spiritual justice in action. The boomerang has returned. So what's happening now? Your enemies, the ones who thought they could get away with their harmful actions, are finally realizing they can't escape the universal law of cause and effect. Every move they made to hurt you is now coming back to them. And for many of them, it's hitting harder than they ever imagined. But again, this isn't about punishment for the sake of punishment. It's about balance. The universe is restoring the balance that was disturbed when they acted out of hatred or envy. For a long time, it might have seemed like there was no justice. It might have felt like they were winning while you were left to deal with the mess they created. But that was only temporary. The universe was simply preparing the stage for spiritual justice to unfold. Now, you're beginning to witness it. The very same energy they used to try and tear you down is unraveling their own lives. They're being forced to confront their actions, and for many of them, it's a harsh wake-up call. They're seeing setbacks, struggles, and obstacles they never anticipated, and it's all because they underestimated the power of karma. The quiet power that speaks volumes. One of the most powerful tools in your journey has been your silence. In a world filled with noise, where everyone is quick to react, you chose a different path. You didn't engage in their drama. You didn't fight back with the same negativity. Instead, you remained silent. And that silence spoke louder than any words ever could. While your enemies were busy spreading lies, engaging in gossip, and trying to provoke a reaction, you held your peace. And that decision has crushed them more than any response could. Why? Because your silence forced them to face themselves. Without the fuel of your reaction, they were left to sit with their own insecurities, their own malice, and their own inner chaos. They expected you to engage, to react, to stoop to their level. But you didn't. You chose to rise above, and in doing so, you showed them that their actions couldn't touch you. Your silence became a mirror, reflecting their own shortcomings back to them. And now, as the spiritual boomerang returns, they're left wondering why their attempts to tear you down have failed. Turning adversity into ascension. Here's the ultimate truth. Everything you've faced has been pushing you closer to spiritual ascension. Every challenge, every betrayal, every ounce of negativity was not a setback. It was a stepping stone. While your enemies were trying to bring you down, they were unknowingly helping you rise. Spiritual ascension isn't about escaping the world. It's about rising above it. It's about shedding the lower vibrations of fear, anger, and resentment, and embracing love, wisdom, and forgiveness. And that's exactly what you've done. Instead of allowing their actions to pull you into darkness, you chose the light. You chose to grow, to evolve, and to connect with your higher self. And now, you're reaping the rewards of that decision. As you move forward, you're stepping into a higher plane of consciousness, one where the actions of others can no longer affect you. Your enemies, trapped in their own cycles of negativity, are now facing the consequences of their choices. But you're moving into a place of inner peace, clarity, and divine connection. So remember this: the universe always balances the scales. What your enemies sowed, they are now reaping. But you, my friend, are reaping the rewards of your strength, resilience, and unwavering faith. Keep rising, keep shining, and know that the universe is always on your side. Thank you for joining me in this exploration. If this message resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, and as you continue your magnificent journey, feel free to watch one of the videos showing on your screen, whichever one resonates with you the most. See you there.